Well, hello and welcome to this segment at the International Women in Business Expo Summit. I have with me our fantastic speaker, Vicky Midwood from the UK. Vicky is a trusted advisor creating health and wellness for her clients. She's a health coach and consultant to business and leaders, and in particularly focused on addiction elimination, and has very powerful programs for that. Vicky is with us here today speaking on the silent saboteurs, the hidden stresses and addictions affecting your health and wealth. Vicky, take it away with your presentation, your talk. Thank you.
So much. I'm so excited to be here and share this with you folks. So I am not going to waste your time telling you all about me because Sigrid's just done a really good job of that. I am going to jump straight in. So if it's okay, can I share my screen? Because I've got a few slides that are going to help you, I think, to make things a little bit clearer. And feel free to take notes. And if at the end, anybody watching on replay does want the slides, just get in touch with me. More than happy to share them with you.
You should be able to.
Let me make sure that I have got the right screen available. This is the bit that I never like. Okay. I did have it ready.
All good. It seems.
Right. Are you just seeing Zoom at the moment?
It's coming through. It might take.
Right. Hopefully. Can you see that it says
the techie gremlin saboteurs?
It's come through. You just want to put it on full. There we go.
Okay. All righty. So that's not the first slide. However, it is the second slide. So it will do because the first slide is simply a title. So this is some facts. They're not exact figures. Why, folks? Because these figures are going to be changing all of the time. But basically, illness in the workplace is costing billions to companies and to individuals in terms of their mental well-being every single year. Physical health issues and mental health issues are really escalating. And we know this because there's words like an epidemic and a pandemic being thrown around, but nobody's actually doing much about it. And this is where, hopefully, what I have to share will come in, if my slides will move. Okie dokie. There we go. So, quick question for you to ponder on. You don't have to answer me now. But if you are a leader and you are running a business and you have got some stress management strategies in place, are they actually making a difference to you and your business? And I just want you to think about that. Because what we're looking at as businesses, if we're all honest, is we want to be more productive. We want our people who are working with us to be hopefully performing excellently. And ultimately, we want to make a profit because that's why we all went into business, I'm assuming. But there are silent saboteurs and they are going to be blocking people's performance and therefore profits. And these are addictions. And I know people perhaps don't like that word, but it's the best word that we can use because it really describes something that we continue to do. And addictions are creating stress, and stress affects performance. Just a fact. Stress is like electricity, right? And we can think about it, yes? Many people are so used to running their day on a high level of chronic stress that they genuinely do not feel stressed. But that doesn't mean to say that it's not causing them performance issues. So we've got issues that are basically the obstacles in businesses being able to produce the profits and for our people to be able to feel good about performing well. And it's overload. We are treating symptoms and not root cause. And most businesses are not even aware of those hidden habits that are the underlying root cause. This is because humans are robots, folks. We have lives. Da-da-da-da. Right? A lot of people are parents, are partners, have children. We've got friends sometimes who need us. We have extended family members. And we cannot and we are not always focused on work when we're at work, right? And we shouldn't be, because this term work-life balance really does my head in, right? Because people think of balance as being an equilibrium. And if you are in business, you know that is not how life works and it's not how business works. It goes up and down, and we are meant to be able to cope with those peaks and troughs. Yet many of us have learned some habits that are not helpful. And so this is what I help people to do. I get into the human side of health, not just the blanket, this is what we should do, this is what you need to do, get enough sleep, eat well, practice your breathing, move, right? All great things. However, in reality, how do we fit them in? How do we actually make them a part of our lives? So when I go into a company, this is what I do. I do an audit of the whole company, because company culture is massive. There's a lot of people in very big companies who actually don't even know clearly what the protocols are, what the values are, or what the expectations are of them within the work that they're doing within the company. I also look at what is the ethos around sickness and absenteeism. How do people get treated if they do, for example, have a gambling issue or an alcohol issue, or they're struggling with divorce, or a child who has got a physical or mental disability? What is going on for this? Do the company even know? So this is what I find out. Then I look at each individual. And this is where the audit can be done in person. It can be done as a group. It's a very private thing, done through very simple questionnaires, but you can do it and we can make it fun. And that's what I like to do. And then I can help the people who feel that they are ready and want some help. Not because their line manager told them to come and have a word with me, but because they actually know that they do need some help, but they don't necessarily want HR or anybody else to know about it. And that's where I come in. So what we've got to look at are the symptoms that we are tending to notice people are off with. So we look at physical issues. Yes, somebody could genuinely have an accident and have a fall, but often physical illness manifests in migraines, muscle pain, etc. You don't need me to read these. You can read them for yourself. We've got a lot of things that are basically mental, physical, and emotional. And you can see that the heading there is for all of them, even though you may look at them and think, well, that's a physical issue, and that's obviously a mental issue, and that's obviously an emotional issue. No, they're all issues, and one affects everything. What most people perhaps don't know is the massive connection between the body and the mind. Why? Because you only have to look on social media and it talks about physical health. And then it talks separately about mental health. And this crazy illusion that your head is perhaps somehow detached somewhere else from your body. But I don't know about you, I look in the mirror, and when I look at my head, I think of it and I see it as a part of my body, not separate. So why are we treating things separate? What we do not express will come out. So if I am not saying what is going on for me at home, if I'm not talking about my struggles, it's probably going to manifest in a terrible stomach. IBS, right? Blanket term for you've got a gut problem. Migraines, right? Something that is massive when it comes to people not talking about the stresses and the issues that are going on in their life. And what do? Go to a chiropractor if you've got a back problem. Well, how about the back isn't the problem at all? How about it's the hidden stressors that are going on that is really the problem? And in 90% of the cases, yes, it's that high. That is the case, which is why people go and spend hundreds of thousands of pounds on chiropractors. And guess what? I feel better. What a surprise. Not treating the wrong thing. So we need to treat root cause. And that means looking at our lifestyle. What are we eating? What are we drinking? What are we doing in terms of our social life, if we have one? What is going on in terms of our physical body on a cellular level? Are we creating inflammation because of the environment we're in, the food choices that we're making, how we are eating, because we're eating on the go? We're not allowing our body to actually digest. What else is happening? Because when we look at all of these, and it's not one of them, and it's not a couple of them, we need to look at them all. That's when we can help people individually look at their root cause. And this is just a little breakdown of what are the main hidden addictive habits that cause us harm. Now, I've put it as a triangle because when we think of addictions, people automatically think of this stuff, don't they, at the top? Drugs, porn, alcohol, gambling, sex, blah, 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 right? But people are addicted to worry. Yes, they absolutely are. People are addicted to guilt and anxiety. Why? Because it's familiar, it's known, it serves a purpose. And it sounds like that's a crazy thing to say, but every thought we think, every emotion we have elicits a chemical cocktail within our body. And when we keep on creating this chemical cocktail, because we keep on feeling anxious and we keep on worrying about things, our brain, being the helpful and amazing organ that it is, decides that, okay, well, you keep on making this chemical cocktail multiple times a day. It must be necessary to stop me from dying. Because the brain has one thing and one thing only in mind. It's not to keep you alive. It's to prevent death, an important definition. So if we don't get that chemical cocktail, our brain goes, oh my God, we might die. Right? I need to prevent death. Let me find something to be anxious about. Let me find something to be guilty about. And so we are continuing our own addiction, but we don't realize that we're doing it. Why? Because nobody told us. So we keep on doing it. These are the things I help people look at, including, as we go higher up that ladder, procrastination and perfection, people pleasing and validation. And we see a lot of that at work, don't we? I'll try harder. I'll do more. My boss will be nicer to me. No, your boss won't, not if he's a narcissist. So this is what we've got to really get honest about and help people to look at. And that is what I help them to do. So this is what I do. Sigrid told you that in the kind of introduction to me, but I do specialize in helping people with those hidden addictions, because those are the ones that tend to cause the bigger ones at the top of that triangle, right? We turn to those as a solution, right? They aren't the problem. They are the solution for us. It's what we figured out temporarily helps us to feel better. And yet when we look at that as being the problem, we're still missing the root cause. This is what I help people to do. The mind and body are inextricably intertwined. And this is the bit that I was talking about. The connection is there. This is not new, by the way. This is not new science. If you have seen this picture before, hurrah. If you're looking at that going, what the heck is that? That is the largest nerve in your body. It's called the vagus nerve, right? And it is kind of like the largest nerve that nobody's ever heard about, which is very, very strange because we've known about it for thousands of years. And it attaches up here in your brainstem and it covers everything. Your mouth, your throat, your stomach, your gut, all of your organs, all connected, which is why we have got to look at physiology and psychology together. They are not separate. So can we just start stopping separating them? Metabolic health, cellular function, nervous system regulation are the things that we should be looking at. And I am all for breath work because that is a part of nervous system regulation. Absolutely helps. But in and of itself, it's not enough. We need to look at all of the things we can do. And it doesn't have to be hard when you know what are the main things affecting you. And so this is what I offer. It's a transformation. It's not a one-off workshop. It's not a tick box training session. I need to actually come in and help your company and your department and your individual humans, not automated robots who are just there to perform, to actually be able to do what they want to do and what you would like them to do so that you can work together. And in that, it means that the nice side effect is that fewer time off sick and increased profits mean everybody is going to be happier. And I'm all for a happy, healthy human. This is what I offer, is a holistic health option so that we can create focused people who are growth-centered, who are vibrant, sharper, that they actually want to be working because they enjoy it, because they feel good in themselves. And that is what the health optimization program is about. The health accelerator is the method that I actually utilize. And that is me. That is what I do. Your health is the thing that I care about because I genuinely believe that health is greatness. Health is wealth in all areas of life, and we all deserve to know how to create it for ourselves. Thank you for listening.
Wonderful, Vicky, wonderful. And you have got some of those materials, of course, on your expo booth as well, so that we can all jump over there and take a look and download from your brochures and connect with you as shown on the screen and, of course, in your expo booth. So I absolutely appreciate your early morning start here and sharing these fine details of what you offer with us. Thank you for that share.
Thank you.